KNES English Medium Junior College welcomes its students for 12 online lectures of psychology. For the chapter 3rd, Personality. Topic: Perspectives of Studying Personality. Students, today in this lecture we are going to study about 3.4 Perspectives of Studying Personality. And subtopic 3.4.1 is cancelled for this academic year 2021. And 3.4.2 is also cancelled for the academic year 2021. 3.4.3 is Big 5-Factor Model of Personality. So, in this lecture, we are going to study about the two things. One, perspectives of studying personality, and Big 5-Factor Model of Personality. 3.1 Introduction to Personality. Perspective of studying personality. In our syllabus, combinations of about 5 qualities of studying personality and individual. These 5 perspectives are: 1. Psychoanalytic perspective. 2. Nature of perspective. 3. Personality is relative type perspective, but 5th, social cognitive perspective. It is now, let's look at the use of this perspective. Personality reflects individual differences. 3rd, general belief about personality. People believe that an individual with attractive look has a good personality. 4th, personality according to psychology. In psychology, the term personality has a much broader meaning. From the psychologist's point of view, personality is not related to an individual's external physical appearance, but it is related with an individual's characteristic pattern of thinking, feeling and belief throughout his life. So now let's look at the definition of personality. 3 definitions of personality. Psychoanalytic personality implies from Latin word persona, which means sigma. It also emphasizes on the unconscious mind embodied by Greek stage actors in olden days. Psychoanalytic as per the need of the character they use to early China experience. So, the meaning of the word personality is to give the projected behavior. Many psychologists have given different definitions of personality as per their own perspective. Let's have a view on those definitions. Humanistic perspective. Humanistic perspective assumes the importance of free will. Second, humanistic perspective emphasizes on the psychological growth in the personality development of an individual. Therefore, humanistic perspective focuses on two things. One is free will. Second is psychological growth of an individual. Trait perspective. Trait perspective assumes that every individual has specific traits in different quantities. Second, It believes in the unique personality of every individual. So, trait perspective emphasize on two things. One, specific trait in different quantity of an individual and the unique personality of an individual. Type perspective. Type perspective assumes that every individual has a unique personality. It also believes that this unique personality is based on his physics, temperament, and mental characteristics. So, type perspective focuses on two things. One is the unique personality of an individual and its physics, temperament, and mental characteristics. Social cognitive perspective. Social cognitive perspective emphasizes the importance of observational learning. Second, it also emphasizes the importance of cognitive processes in the personality development of an individual. So, socio-cognitive perspective focus on two things. One, observational learning. Second, cognitive processes. So students, here we study the brief information of psychoanalytic perspective, humanistic perspective, trait perspective, type perspective, and social cognitive perspective. Let's move to the further topic. Students, coming to the second topic of today's lecture, that is 3.4.3, Big Five Factor Model of Personality, also known by the term OCEAN, OCEAN. Big Five Factor Model is one of the personality theories based on the trait perspective to study personality. Robert and Paul Costa in 1987 developed a theory of personality. This theory explains the five major factors of personality. According to Robert and Paul Costa, a psychologist, personality traits are considered as a basic tendencies that are rooted in biology and that interact with external influence, including culture in shaping the skill. These skills are habits, tastes, and values of an individual. The big five major factors, traits of a personality are as follows. Openness to experience, consciousness, extroversion, agreeable, neuroticism. Let's study each of these topics in detail. Openness to experience. Openness to experience is a trait related to appreciation for art, emotions, adventures, unusual ideas, creativity, imagination, curiosity, and varieties of experience. People who are open to experience are curious, imaginative, and creative, whereas those who are less open to experience are non-creative and lack aesthetic sense. It means openness to experience refers to a dimension of cognitive style that distinguishes imaginative person from conventional person. Open to experience people are intellectually curious, appreciative of art and sense of beauty, and often act in individualistic and non-conforming ways. Those who score low on open to experience tend to have narrow interests and prefer things that are plain, straightforward or familiar. They tend to be conservative and resistant to change. Conscientiousness. It is a trait showing tendency to display self-discipline. It is related to the way in which people control, regulate and direct their impulses. People having high conscientiousness are well organized, responsible, dependable, hard-working, whereas people having low conscientiousness are unorganized, irresponsible, spontaneous, and careless. So, conscientiousness concerns the way in which a people control, regulate, and direct his/her impulses. These individuals avoid trouble and try to achieve high level of success through purposeful planning and persistence. They tend to be regarded as intelligent and reliable. However, they can be perfectionist and workaholic. They might even be regarded as rigid or boring. Extroversion. Extroversion is a trait characterized by breadth of activity and energy creation from external means. People having high extroversion are talkative, enthusiastic, open and minded, sociable, assertive and courageous. On the other hand, people having low extroversion are less talkative, shy, lone and less involved. So, extroversion people is marked by a distinct engagement with the external world. Extrovert individuals enjoy being with people, are energetic, and often experience positive emotions. They tend to be enthusiastic, talkative, assertive, optimistic, and action-oriented people who are likely to draw attention to themselves. Whereas people who score low on extroversion are shy, quiet, and disengaged from the social world. They need less stimulation, prefer to be alone, and show low level of energy and activities. Agreeableness. It is a trait showing an ability of an individual to get along with people and concern for social harmony. People having high agreeableness are kind, loving, caring, friendly and cooperative. Whereas people having low agreeableness are uncooperative, jealous, hostile and argumentative. So, agreeableness refers to the extent and individual differences in relation to cooperation and social harmony. Agreeable people are considerate, friendly, generous, helpful, having an optimistic view of human nature and believe people to be honest, decent and trustworthy. Whereas people who are low on agreeableness, these individuals are generally unconcerned with well-being of others and appear suspicious, unfriendly and uncooperative. However, agreeableness may not be useful in situations that require absolute objective decision. Neuroticism, and it is a trait showing the tendency to experience negative emotions such as anger, anxiety or depression. People having high neuroticism are anxious, depressed, irritable, fearful, impulsive, angry and unstable. People having low neuroticism are balanced, calm and stable. So, neuroticism is inversely emotional stability. Neuroticism refers to the tendency to experience negative feelings. People who score high on neuroticism experience specific negative feelings such as anxiety, anger or depression. They are emotionally reactive and more likely to interpret ordinary situations as threatening or minor frustrations as highly difficult. They are hypersensitive to people or situations. Problems in emotional regulation can diminish as person's ability to think clearly, make decisions and cope effectively with stress. Those who score low on neuroticism tend to be less emotionally reactive, are calm, emotionally stable and free from persistence and negative feelings.